Hey, what is good with you? It's your boy Travis Kinley coming back to you with another one, hanging out with one of my daughters, Addison, and the other one, Gloria. And we are at Blackjack Harley Davidson at this time. And they tricked me into putting my signature on something. We'll come back to you with more information as soon as we find out what we got ourselves into. Expect my camera angles to be off. Expect my voice to sound like exactly like it does. Man, I haven't shot a video in a good minute. I'm actually on home time right now, and I've just been having such a good time with my family, man. I plan to go live on the way home, but I've been having such a good time with my family. I've just been chilling, man, so I couldn't even do it, y'all. I'm not gonna front with you. We're gonna drink coffee through this one. Oh, that tastes so good. So I wanted to come to you with the 100K mile review. All right, we're gonna get that done. All right, so if this is your first review video on my channel, I'm not going over the truck again. I'm not going over what everything does. I'm hitting hot spots, and I want to tell you about why I've been in the shop and things of that nature and how the truck's treating me. If you're looking for a review, you want to see everything inside and all that stuff, go to the first overview video. Then you can catch the 50K mile review. This is the 100K mile review, and I have approximately 112,000 miles, which tells you how late I've been on this review, man. Just had some other things. I've been recording a fueling series that will drop later this week. I think I'm dropping this today. That will drop later this week. So that's what's been going on, you know. I'm gonna try. I only got one more episode of the fueling series. I'm gonna try and finish that later today. Going back to work later today. So anyways, oh, whew, man, what a great sleep. Waking up. Gonna try and make it quick. Need to call Johnson's Logic back. So anyways, just kind of a quick what's going on. The sleeper's still treating me great, okay? As far as suspension goes, airbags and shocks they're all treating me great. As far as the actual sleeper goes, front end as well, nothing's really been replaced there. To be honest with you, I mean, everything in the cab has been working. Nothing is really, nothing's really broken. My other key fob, not this one, but the one Danielle has, my co-driver, that one be acting up about once every 4 months. You press that sucker and it won't work, but if you give it 5 minutes, it'll start working again. That's like minor. We're not talking about anything yet. I want to do a walk around the truck so I can, kind of remember everything that has gone wrong. And then, you know, we're going to start right here, walk around so I can walk my butt right inside the house. All right. Other than that, I will say this. Let me show you this. All right. Okay. So as far as, if you remember, let me see, make sure y'all can see right there. I know the wires are in the way, but right here unlocks the locking jaw from around my kingpin. I thought that would fail me. I'll be honest with you. The process is, once you have dollied down and disconnected air lines and electric line The process is that you then get back in the truck, you drop airbags, you press and hold that button for 3 seconds, then the dash will notify you when the locking jaws have been released. I thought that would fail me. If you remember, I might have added it in my first video, or maybe I just told people verbally, but I got this friend, you know, who's like into cars and everything. Shout out Russell, in case you're watching, dog. Russell, a lot of times when you show him something like that, versus where for years we've been just pulling this handle, it's been a mechanical release, but all of a sudden you have this electronic thing that you do something with. A lot of time Russell will be like, "But that's just something else to break right there." And he's got a strong point. I thought that would fail me. It hasn't failed me thus far. It works fine. Every so often you'll pull away from the trailer after releasing the locking jaw, and you'll pull away from the trailer, and you won't be released. The only thing you need to do is just put it in reverse, put a little pressure on the trailer, then put it in neutral, let off your service brake, let everything settle, and then pop the air brake and release your locking jaw. Other than that, everything's good on that end. Let's go outside. I mean, really, it's a mechanical update. How have you been in the shop? How many times you been in the shop? What you been in the shop for? That's what everybody wants to know. What have you been in the shop for? You know, how much your truck been breaking? Everything else in here, man, is everything. Everything is everything for sheezy. All right, let's go outside. All right, so I got to be honest with you. This truck's been good to me. I know a lot of people tune in. They want to know what happened to your Peterbilt. Oh, Peterbilts are junk. Yada, yada, yada. You're going to have a ton of issues. You can't stay out the shop. That is not true for me. Now, I will say sometimes I go to the shop just because I like to have things, like small things, fixed while I'm on home time. So I have no problem with taking my truck to the shop while I'm on home time. But as far as being in the shop while I'm working, that junk doesn't happen very often. All right, one electrical issue that I did have, though, is that when I would turn my fog lights on, first it just started with this driver's side fog light. What would happen is while I was driving, the driver's side would just go dark, but while the passenger side was still lit. I'm just showing y'all the truck real fast. The driver's side would just go dark while the passenger side was still lit. And then it would illuminate whenever it wanted to. That progressed into the passenger side doing the same thing. They were just kind of acting crazy. That turned out to be a wiring issue. I had that replaced. That was the last time I was at home, actually. All right, another thing that got replaced the last time I was at home. So fog lights were under warranty. Another thing got replaced while I was at home is this grommet around the taillights. All three of them became worn. Now, and that happened just last time I was at home, right at 100,000 miles. Now, I will say, I thought 100,000 miles was a little early for those to become worn. They didn't cost that much, but that's not my point. I just thought 100,000 miles was a little early for those to become worn. And my buddy No Luck Trucking, Matt from No Luck Trucking, actually told me, I think it either happened to him or he knows somebody else that it happened to. So, you know, I'm not thinking that's an anomaly. I'm thinking that's Peterbilt. So I thought that was a little early, but it is what it is. I'll pay for that. I don't wish I was in a Freightliner or anything ridiculous because of something small like that. Everything else is going great. I will say, let me turn the camera around. Really don't have anything else to show you. Really don't have much else to show you. Let me turn the camera around. So anyways, that's really all I've got to say. I gotta be honest with you, I really haven't been in the shop that much. When I first bought it, you probably heard on earlier videos, I took it to the shop for a small air leak. That turned out to be my fan. And I can't remember where that leak was, to be honest with you. I'm not even gonna try. Turned out to be something other than that. I hadn't been in the shop for much, man. I know it's kind of dark. We'll fix it in a second. I'm just looking to see if I'm missing anything. My truck's been running strong, yeah. Oh, I wanted to mention the Smart Air. I really want to do a review on the Smart Air only. I'll do it eventually. I really like the Smart Air system, y'all. I'm walking in the back porch, so you just have to deal with the darkness for a sec. I really like the Smart Air system a lot. While a lot of people were complaining about how their APU is down, how they're having APU issues, how, you know, whatever the case may be, this needs to be changed, that needs to be changed. My Smart Air was running. You know, it's just batteries. It doesn't need an oil change. The fan didn't, the belt didn't pop on it, or. So I really like the, man, it's a beautiful morning. I'm feeling strong, dude. Me and my bride about to take the Harley out, son. Yeah, we ended up getting a 19 Ultra Limited, man, that day from the intro video. Sweet bike, man. I'll try to throw a picture up or something if I got it. But, or I'll, yeah, well, I'll try to throw something up. But anyways, I love the Smart Air system, man. There's really not much to say about it. It does what it does, you know, but I just like the fact that, number one, it's not so loud. Number two, I've had no problems with it. Now, you remember from the first video, somewhere either in between the overview and 50K review, or in between 50K and 100K review, this review, that you remember I had to have the temperature thresholds adjusted. What happened? Basically, I'd put it on like 78 degrees or something like that, and it would think that it was 78 degrees before it actually became 78 degrees. You remember that? So I had to have that adjusted one time when I was at her shop. They had to adjust thresholds and stuff like that. I mean, other than that, man, the thing is awesome, dude. I just love how quiet it is, and I love that it's not a mechanical thing that would break. You know what I mean? So I love Smart Air. I've heard some people have had a problem with it, but just gotta be patient, man. Be patient, adjust your thresholds, and you'll be fine. I think that's Smart Air, man. I don't know. Seems like everybody's a little slow to get around to it, but I feel like everybody needs to go ahead and hop on that. Other than that, I've had no electrical issues. I've had no mechanical issues. I went to a shop for the lane warning system when they replaced my windshield. You know, they didn't put the lane warning system back on right thing on the windshield, top of the windshield, little camera. They didn't put it back on right, so they had to redo it. And campaigns, you know, campaigns. Other than that, man, that's the only reason I've been in their shop. I'm at 112,000 miles, so if you think about going, Pete, hey, this is my experience. I understand there are other people who've had different experiences, such as I have two friends right now who have had issues with their diesel exhaust becoming filled, clogged with soot, things of that nature. They've been doing regens. One friend said he was doing a regen for like an hour and a half. Now, that wasn't this 2021. He had a 19. A lot of people say the 18s and 19s had a little more problems. The other person I'm talking about, not sure what year's hers is. I think hers is a 20. I'd have to look back. But I haven't had those problems. I also don't idle very often. I cut my truck on when I cook. If I need to cut my truck on when I'm cooking, and I cut my truck back down. I've also ran a team truck longer than both of those people have. One of them just got their truck. The other one, she recently started training. So, and before that, she was solo. So I know I've run team on this truck for a lot longer than her truck has run team. So my truck's constantly moving. It's heated. But I don't idle very often. I don't like to idle. It's not my thing. I don't need to idle. Don't want to burn up my fuel, and don't want to clog up my filter. But I haven't had any of those problems. Very rarely do I do a regen. I know somebody in the context of the conversation about Smart Air wanted to know, because it comes with auto start, right? You know, when your batteries get too low, it'll automatically start your truck to charge the batteries back to 80%, and then it'll shut back off. Which that's something else you can have adjusted if you want it to cut on before 20%. Somebody asked me, well, how often does your truck start for the auto start? Man, very rarely, dude. Very rarely does my truck start for auto start. First of all, sometimes I don't turn auto start on because I know I'm not going to be there long enough to need it. So I leave it off. But very rarely is it start for auto start. You got to be sitting for a while and using power for a little while. Mentioned it in an earlier video. I'm about to shut this down, man. Got stuff to do. Mentioned in an earlier video though, if it's peak of the summer, peak of the winter, I'm running wide open air, wide open heat, and I'm sitting for maybe somewhere around 12 to 14 hours or something like that. It'll auto start around the end of that 12 to 14 hour range. Other than that, if you ain't running the heater AC wide open, you're gonna complete a 10-hour break without auto start. I'm trying to think like the times it's auto started, how long I was there. You gotta be sitting for a while. It's gonna be more than your 10-hour break in my truck at least. And my thresholds are actually, I think they're a little higher than 20%. Which I thought about lowering it, but hey man, if she fits right now, Mo, just leave it alone. I run a team truck anyways too, so just leave it alone, you know? It's not that important. It's not that often I'm sitting like that. All right, so that's my truck. I truly love Smart Air. Would love to do a detailed review because I understand Prime was just trying Smart Air out in these trucks whenever it was distributed to me. So I really want to give a review, so maybe Prime will look at it or something, you know? Truck been running straight from you though. I don't know. Everybody like, Peterbilt, you gonna stay in the shop? You gonna stay in the shop? Maybe I'm just blessed, man. But I don't be staying in the shop. And if something broke, I mean, I've been doing good. I'm not gonna be that mad at it, you know what I mean? Things are gonna break sometimes. But I definitely do not say that my Peterbilt breaks a lot more than other trucks. Not mine, okay? So it's your boy Travis Kinley. Be looking out for the fueling series coming soon. Be looking out for the Smart Air coming soon. Hey, big congratulations, my boy Johnson's Logic. Yo, just purchased his truck. I wanted to say that on live, man. Just give him a congratulations on live, but shout out Johnson's Logic purchasing his truck, man. Making them big boy moves, baby. Your boy is about to finish his coffee. Chill. Man, I got stuff to do before we ride and stuff, so. Look, I love y'all. Find y'all somebody to love. Don't forget, it's not about what you believe, it's why you believe it, and live free.